Tell them they got a shooter. Hold up. Got a shooter to your left.
I think the class has gone very well. It's been 3 days of intense law enforcement, EMS, fire, emergency management training. It's given the guys an opportunity to work together. You know, something that when people look at active shooter training, they always think it's law enforcement. Well, we still have to have people going there for the injured. And in a school shooting or a business shooting type event, it's going to be a secure location for some time until law enforcement can process it. And because of that, we need to get our rescuers in there so that they're able to tend to the injured people quickly. So by providing this training, it's given everybody that new aspect of the response, which is something we haven't seen before. We do a lot of the ALICE, the run, hide, fight type trainings. But like I said, with this new perspective, it's really something that we can utilize here in our community. So in the past, we've always used airsoft weapons, which, you know, they sting a little bit, but really doesn't get your attention. With this ammunition, you're getting shot at. It increases your adrenaline. It makes you want to be quicker, be faster, and to neutralize that target as soon as you can, so that you don't take one of those shots to the chest or the arm or to the head.
And this is really kind of a tough subject for folks. I mean, particularly law enforcement right now. We had the 5 officers killed in Dallas, and do you sense a difference in the way people are?
Well, you know, unfortunately, it's something that we have to continue to train for on a daily basis. The way our nation's going, and with the active shooters, the active killers out there. So we're always looking at new tools that we can put into our bag, so that make sure that we have the most up-to-date training for our guys, so that they're able to respond to incidents like this.
Like that.
The Government Training Institute primarily teaches military and law enforcement classes. We have an immediate action team class that's for the active shooter. This particular class is a post-active shooter. Post-Columbine, the paradigm for law enforcement response changed for the active shooter. We looked at the situation, so we can no longer have patrol officers respond, wait on the perimeter for a tactical team like a SWAT team to arrive. You know, we have to go in and stop the killing. With the post-active shooter class, we're trying to integrate the law, fire, and EMS partners for what comes next. So once we stop the killing with an active shooter situation, we now need to bring in life-saving assets. It's another paradigm shift in fire EMS. They've never really gone into tactical situations, a lot of departments and agencies. So what we're doing here is trying to work with both groups under the ICS Unified Command System to, after the killing has been stopped, go in and render life-saving aid to casualties that may not have, you know, an hour, 2 hours to wait for the situation to be completely cleared and evac to a hospital. For a lot of these classes, it's the first time that the law enforcement and fire and EMS side of the house have actually worked together in training. And at first, they're not real sure and kind of feeling each other out. Of course, there's some good humor directed between the fire and the law enforcement side of the house. By the end of the class, they really come together and see the benefit of utilizing all the resources that we have, and not just sitting, you know, in their own separate corner. So by the end of the class, just the way that the two groups actually combine and come together is good to see.
Oh, the school's been fantastic, from superintendent to the custodial staff, Vinny here. They've been just absolutely amazing, opening up the doors, pretty much giving us full access. You know, they've got stuff that they're putting on hold so that we can utilize this and give these guys this real response feel.
I was going to say, having it in an actual used middle school probably increases that level.
Absolutely, and it gives our guys a little better perspective. So if they were to actually come here, you know, we've done the training here, so they can actually visualize where they've been and where they're going, and you know, it could make it just that much quicker. I honestly wish we had time that we could do it at each school facility that we had here, but you know, when you look at 99 counties, that's going to take a lot of time and money.
Yeah.
Probably one of the main things, especially with our current environment, these law enforcement, these fire and EMS guys, we're asking them to do a very dangerous job. You know, to go in and stop someone that's shooting people with 1 or 2 officers. Like I said, you know, now they don't have time to wait on a full tactical team. We're asking them to do a whole lot, and they don't get much in return, and they don't respect it. That's one of the very, very commendable things with this department and all the departments we work with, is that they go in and do a lot to help keep us safe with little to no gratitude.